Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to cover a large cake board in fondant and how to apply symmetric or non-symmetric patterns on it. So this cake board is this cake board is 60 to 30 to 40 60 to 80 centimeters. Yeah, 60 by this side and then 80 by the other side. Okay guys, so the first thing you want to do is knead your fondant properly. Make sure it is well kneaded and it is soft and supple, to the perfect consistency that works for you. And then we're going to roll it into a very long log because like our cake board is really wide and stuff. So you want to roll it as wide as possible. And then you're going to spread the log with your rolling pin. So don't worry trying to maybe spread it as wide as the cake board you're going to be covering, because I'm going to show you a trick today that's going to help you cover it seamlessly, and you're not going to see any parts where where you patched it or anything, and to be well covered even though you didn't spread it as wide. Okay, so what you want to do is spread it as wide as possible first, and make sure it's as thin as it can be. Like some parts of it are fat and then some part of it are thin. Make sure it's as thin as it can be. And if you have a fondant sheeter, even good for you. I don't have a fondant sheeter yet. I'm hoping to have some of those really fancy tools very soon. Anyway, so this is the cake board we're going to be covering. If you want to see how I make this cake board, yeah, I didn't have a cake board as big as this, and I needed it for a large cake, so I cannot put two cake boards together and glued it together. I came up with a technique to glue it together that won't make it break apart if you lift it off. Yeah, so if you want to see that video, I'm going to put the link right up here for you guys to see. Yeah, it says click on me, click on that. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is to spread it. As after lifting it and putting it on top of the cake board, you want to start spreading it on top of the cake board like you would if you were on a silicone mat. Yeah, so what you want to do is spread it as far out as possible. Like the parts that are not covered, take your rolling pin and spread it as far out as possible. Okay, so I've heard several bakers say when you're spreading out fondant, you should only spread in one direction. I feel like that's a myth, or that's a way to make something seem more complicated than it actually is. Maybe I don't know, just to maybe look a little bit more professional. My take on these things is that when you're decorating a cake, it's creative work. You should have fun with it. If you can't have fun with it, there's no point, because the cake decoration is a lot of work. So do it however it's convenient for you. Do you want to move in 50 different directions? Do it however is convenient for you. Okay, so now we're going to be filling out the blank spaces after spreading out our fondant as much as possible. We spread the fondant as much as possible on the cake board, but it didn't cover some parts, so don't worry about that. We're going to take some more fondant and roll it out on our silicone mat, and then start to fill in the spaces we didn't fill in before. So let me pull my cake board now on the yes, and then we're going to fill in those tiny spaces by the edge. But before that, you want to take a brush, like a wet brush, and just apply a little wetness there so it can stick. Yeah, I know you can kind of see seams or lines of my rolling pin moving on top of it, but don't worry, you're not going to see it once we are done. So what you want to do is fill in the blank spaces as much as possible. I'm sorry, this keyboard is really big, so you guys couldn't really see the whole screen or the whole thing I was doing on camera and stuff. So don't bother, just put it roughly, just tear it and patch the places you want it to be at, and then you're going to take your rolling pin and then just try to roll it in, and then just cover up the patches as much as possible. Okay, so that's all we are going to do right now. So once we are done, we're going to take our embossing tool. You can use any one you have, but today I'm going to be using the one that kind of looks like brick stones. If you guys know the one I'm talking about, it's very easy. You can use the one that looks like wood grain. You can use the pattern flower ones. You can use the happy birthday ones. You can do anything basically. All you have to do is once you start to imprint that on your fondant, you can't see the seams and the patches anymore, because it kind of just seamlessly disappears. Yeah. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to use our embosser, and today I'm going to be using this cobblestone. Yeah, that's the word, the cobblestone one, and it is so nice. And make sure you space it properly so you don't see where the spaces join. If you know how to space it properly, you won't see like where one starts and where the other like ends and stuff. So make sure you do that properly, and make sure your hand doesn't touch it, because when your hand touches the top of the fondant, you can see your fingerprint. Yeah. Okay, so you want to make sure you do that very carefully. Okay, so guys, once we are done embossing the whole thing, we are going to take a knife, like not necessarily too sharp, just a regular knife, and then we are going to cut off the excess. Yeah, just lift your cake board and put on a rolling on, like, you know, a turntable, and then cut off the excess by the sides and everything, and that's all you have to do. And you have your wide cake board beautifully covered. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And what else I want you guys to do? And click on the bell button, because that way you get notified every time I post something new, because I post every day, at least almost every day basically. I was just very tired and lazy yesterday. So thank you guys so much for always watching my videos, and I will see you in my next tutorial. If you have tutorial suggestions for me, please leave it in the comment section below. I love you guys. Bye. Thank you. See how well covered and sturdy my cake board is. So pretty. Bye guys.